welcome back to Yap City. I'm Emily.
I'm Natasha.
And today we're going to be talking about bucket lists for our 20s.
Yippity-doo-dah, yippity-day.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I do.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to start with our weeks.
Yeah, let's start with our weeks.
Little preview. Not like too in depth, but
Okay, you go first because I can't remember anything.
I had not a bad week. Work was
That's why I can't remember anything. I had a horrible
you had a bad
week.
week.
That's right. Okay.
Just a little stressful at work. I work at a school. The kids were really bratty this week. Full moon coming. They're not really behaving. That's the worst.
The
of it.
eclipses
Not
are
too bad.
insane.
Yeah.
March is a wild month. If you're feeling it, girl, the crazier you're feeling, the more aligned you are. You see my video doing that?
I didn't watch it yet.
I had a video of me and I was just like lip singing to that, and I was like, because I feel crazy right now.
On TikTok?
Yeah.
I saw your one. If you're not following, go follow. What's your...
It's Tashi Mimi.
Okay, I didn't know that. Maybe I did. I saw your one of you rolling out of bed.
Because March, yeah.
Yeah.
I made a video, and I was like, going after my dreams, doing my morning routine because March is so awful. I'm like actually being productive now.
I did
like,
see that.
screw this. Yeah. So March is wild. If you're feeling it, like, there's reasons. Like, March is just insane, and you're not alone. And when March is over, things will calm down. So just keep in mind, emotions are heightened.
Mercury is also in retrograde for March, and that means you're not supposed to make any big decisions. You're not supposed to sign any contracts, and people from your past will probably come back.
It's a test.
Wonder if my ex can come back.
It's a
Just
test.
kidding. It's a test. Test that I'm gonna fail. So, if anything like that happens, you're not alone. You're gonna fail with me.
Do not set them up for failure,
Oh,
okay?
yeah, you're right.
You don't want to be alone in texting your ex.
I won't be the dude. I won't be doing the
Back,
texting.
I said.
Back,
Back.
of course.
No! So, my week was freaking insane. It's been that way, though, for the past, month, so I'm, used to it at this point. And I'm just, taking it, learning what I need to learn from it.
Back with the innuendos.
Huh?
Back with the innuendos.
What does that mean?
You said, I'm just taking it. Innuendo.
I don't know what innuendo.
I didn't pass third grade English. That's what it has. Innuendo is when it has a double meaning.
Oh, so an oxymoron.
It's like...
There's another word for that, too.
Is it oxymoron?
No, oxymoron is when they, cancel each other out.
Yeah, no. Innuendo is when it, means two things. Sabrina Carpenter is known for her innuendos. You heard the nonsense outros?
No.
Where she says something like, if you haven't heard the song Nonsense, you're not going to really know. But if you've seen it, I loved them when they're happening. She does her whole song, it's inappropriate. Not inappropriate, but it's very sexual meaning. And then she ends it each place with a different outro. And one of them was
have you ever tried this one?
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's the Juno
Oh,
positions.
I love that movie.
I have a TikTok about that because me and my ex broke up the week the Juno position started, and I have a TikTok that was when to that
I
song.
remember seeing that.
It was when you break up when this trend is starting.
Dude, I'm struggling.
Mentally,
Not having
physically,
sex.
no. Me too.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, speaking of, I started birth control again this week. Yeah. I actually should probably take it. Nope, still no action.
Dude, I don't know. The universe is just you need to relax. I feel like we got really off track.
We definitely did. So let's bring it back. The week. Your week was shitty.
Yeah.
We got that.
Energy's a little low, but we're trying.
Yeah. But I think that's maybe a segue into living life to the fullest.
100%, it's a death and a rebirth for me right now. Everything is crumbling so that it can all come back together even better. And I'm feeling that.
I feel like that kind of ties into our bucket lists.
Because the world is ending, so we might as well do whatever the we want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I like it.
Let's do it.
I am definitely raw dogging this episode. Tosh was like, oh, I have a list from before. And I'm like, screw you. I didn't have time. We're filming on a different day this week. So we were not.
Because it's pretty chaotic.
Yeah, it's a chaotic week, so we weren't expecting to film today. So I was like, well, gonna raw dog it. No, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Raw dog.
Mhm.
That's
So
another
you have-
double meaning.
Yes. I like that one a lot. It's really hard not to say on my day to day.
Raw dog. I know.
Yeah, and I can't say it on my day to day.
Yeah, no. All right. So first thing on my my freaking ankle just cracked. First thing on my bucket list is to write a book.
I love that.
Do you love that?
Too, yeah.
That's on yours as well?
I would say so, yeah. Have you ever seen, her name's Eli Rayo? I sent you one of her TikToks before. I have her book somewhere around here. She wrote a book. She's in her 20s. It's about, her second book's coming out in a few weeks. It's very much like that's the kind of book I want to write.
I don't know who it is.
It's like she does lists. Oh my gosh, you would love her. She does like lists about how to live your life or like
Ooh.
rules and stuff.
Oh, I love rules.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm a rule breaker.
No, because I feel like I have like ADHD and autism. That is what I'm feeling. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but I definitely have ADHD. But so it's like I like to break rules and be spontaneous, and I don't like when people tell me what to do and adventurous. But then there's this part of me that really likes structure, and it's just a constant war with myself.
Things to live by.
Yes, and I've been saying recently, like, I wish there was like a workbook that we got when we were born, but that's not the point.
This
the point
is like for
you
your
have to go
20s. Like it has like a lot. Her first book is about dating now, which I might read now because
you should read that. I don't really need it.
Your hair is long.
I did it on purpose.
Oh. I don't know what her second book is about, but now she's engaged, so I doubt it's about dating.
I would read her second book.
Yeah. I haven't read her first
Maybe
book,
I should
but I
read the
follow
first
her.
book though, because I haven't been like that great in the dating scene.
You're in a
Yeah, but before
newly committed relationship.
yeah, but before that it was a mess. I feel like a lot of people's are though.
Mhm.
Like it's hard to find your person. That's what makes it more special when you do.
To go through the men, go through the men until you find the right one.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
like
kiss a few
Cinderella.
frogs before you get
Oh.
to prince.
So what do you want to write your book on?
So I've always, I feel like everyone's like, that would be like a normal thing on a bucket list, write a book. And I never was actually like serious about it. I always wrote like little poetry things, but not good enough to write a book.
Yeah.
And then I came up with like this concept of like weird people finding each other and falling in love. Like not just like this perfect
Like-
couple, like in the stories everyone's hot and
Like
this
a made up story?
yeah, like fiction.
Okay.
Um,
I'm a little slow. I was like, that's weird. Made up. Make believe?
So like two like people that are just like strange, like not your typical people find each other and it like it works and like they've been judged their whole life for being different and then they find each other. And
I
they're
feel
like, oh, I love you for being different.
That's definitely something you can do, like at night or something, like till it's done. I know a kid that he's an author on top, like he does it like at night after his like 9 to 5.
My cousin actually writes stories for episodes
Exactly.
and she like makes money doing it and
Yeah.
she's like wrote a whole novel as well and is like planning a whole series and my auntie just wrote a book so it's like
It's definitely doable.
Yeah, it is.
You could do it.
yeah.
You'd have to like work obviously to pay your bills, but
I just like I don't know.
you ever watched Jane the Virgin?
Mm-mm.
She like writes her book and like while she's like doing her teaching job and like then ends up to being like a famous author. So it could be like you.
Yeah, in my life I can squeeze things like that in the way I've like designed my life. It's manageable.
Yeah.
It's more like even like a hobby, even
Yeah.
even if it doesn't do well or make me money, just like for fun to be creative.
I would do a biography. If I were to do a book, I would do an autobiography about my life.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I feel like I could do that too. That's a good
Mhm.
idea. But my one thing is like grammar. Like I haven't been in
That's
school
why
in so
you
long.
get
Like
an editor.
I just feel like I wouldn't even know how to like write it properly. Like he said, and then she said that. Like I don't know. Like he muttered. Like I wouldn't be able to do it well. But I don't know.
He whispered in my ear.
He snarled.
Okay. What's something on my bucket list? No, I didn't really think of this much. But we were talking about this
You
the
didn't
other
even think
day.
of it?
No, I did. I know what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I would like to travel. I don't know exactly where or what kind of traveling. No, I do know what kind of traveling. My thing is I have barely ever traveled because I'm used to traveling like going to some tropical island, laying on the beach, doing some kind of like excursion in the ocean. One, I hate the ocean. Do not like it.
You hate the
I'm
ocean?
scared. I'm so scared. I was having this conversation with when my kids say, I'm so scared of the ocean.
I'm scared of it, but I love it.
Nope, I don't. If I'm in like Mexico or the Bahamas or something, somewhere.
Okay.
Not that I'm there. Not that I'm there often. I haven't
like
been there.
when I go on vacation, I go to a tropical island.
If I'm there
and fuck the ocean.
If I'm there, I will go in the ocean. But that's why I don't really want to travel like that. Because I also am super pale, burns so easily.
Me too. Like bad.
I don't want to sit on the beach and just be like, have nothing to talk about. That, yeah, I went on my vacation. I just relaxed the entire time. Nothing against that. But my kind of travel is I want to go and I want to do things. I want to be like submerged into the culture. Like I live there. Like, I don't know. I don't want it to just be like, yeah, I went and I relaxed the entire time. It was so nice. Nothing against that, but I'd like to say, yeah, I went to like, I don't know, somewhere like Japan, and I like saw everything there. Like I did those like, whatever is there. Probably a bad example since I don't know what's there. But or like London, and I went to like the Eye or like Paris and saw the Eiffel Tower, like stuff like that. Not just, yeah, I went and I laid on the beach and it was so relaxing. I can't do that.
See, I don't mind a little bit of relaxing, but I 100% want to be immersed in wherever I am as well. Yep, I agree. So that's awesome.
So that's the kind of traveling I want to do in my 20s. And I feel like that's cheaper than like those resorts.
It is, because you can like really like nickel and dime and like eat different places. Like if you want to be able to travel, you can. You just have to not be luxurious. And you don't want to be luxurious if you want to immerse yourself.
Exactly, yeah. I want it to be like I live there. Which also wouldn't be as hard with like work and stuff, but I'll figure it out and I'll get it done. I'll take you with me too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, what's your next one?
Which will be difficult because we both don't know how to navigate, so we can barely get to my house.
But the thing is, even though we're bad at direction, I'm good at planning.
See,
so we'll get a lot done, but we might get lost in the process.
Which is why I'm nervous for my next one on my bucket list. I, of course, want to travel as well, but I've had a lot more time, I think, to think of it. Like, it's been, like, a passion of mine for, like, a long time, so I've thought about it a lot. But something that's recently come up for me is, I don't know if anyone has heard of it. Probably. It's pretty popular. It's called El Camino de Santiago, and you go, there's hundreds of these routes, and it's a walk through Spain. I want to do the most popular route since I don't know a lot of Spanish, and since I'm not a good navigator, and so if it's a popular route, I'll have more help, you know. So I would start in France, and in,
that sounds really
go all the way through Spain, yeah. It's like very spiritual. I don't know. There's just something like calling me to it. I swear. It's like, dude, I've been counting all these signs, like to go.
Yeah.
And like been feeling it. And
you
I'm
just recently started saying that.
Because I've always been like, I need to go somewhere. I need to go somewhere. I need to travel. I need to get out of here. And then I plan the trip and it doesn't work and I'm confused. And like, there's never been direction. This is the first time. It feels like I've been like preparing for it for years somehow. And now I can finally see what I've been feeling. And it's right here. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm literally scrolling on my Instagram the other day. And there it is. It's a girl on the Santiago, on the Camino. And I'm like, oh, they must know because I've been like Googling.
Yeah.
Like they're advertising.
They're just like reading your mind.
It's this girl who DM'd me years ago to say she liked my ASMR channel, and I followed her and I answered her, and it was sweet, little interaction.
That's so cool.
And she's just on the Camino and on my thing as I've been researching it, and I'm like holy crap! Like I don't know. There's just been so many signs, and I'm so excited, and I've just been completely like obsessed for the past few weeks, and I'm thinking like soon I'm gonna.
I wouldn't mind doing like is it the Great Wall of China? It's not long.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that for a walk. Like a little hike. I also like to hike. Not that I'm like athletic in any means.
I'm not athletic either, to be honest.
But I don't mind a hike or a walk. Those I can do. And those are probably affordable in a lot of places.
The Camino is like fucking intense. Like you're hiking like 16 miles a day, like through pretty crazy terrain. Not crazy terrain, but like it's not just flat, you know? So
speaking of walking, I'd say my next thing, I've told you a little bit about this. I want to do a marathon.
I've always wanted to do a marathon too.
I made a promise to my grandmother. My grandmother passed away a few months ago. And when she was really sick, she kept wanting to get up. And I helped take care of her. And I would go to her and I'd be like, when she would get, I'm like, Grandma, what are you doing? Running a marathon? And she'd laugh. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then I was like, okay, we'll go do it together. And she told my family that she'd beat me. she was like, we're gonna run a marathon and I'm gonna win. And she told like her sisters, my aunt, and they were like, yeah, she said she's gonna beat you in it. I'm like, ah. So I would like to run a marathon in her honor, but I have to train. I'm not. Actually, I was
I'm gonna train.
Is coming back
Friday.
Yeah. And I've talked to her about it because she runs.
My sister's friend, my good friend too, but she's my little sister's best friend. And I'm gonna be training for the Camino. We can train together.
We should.
Oh my god.
Because I need to.
I've been walking every morning.
We should do it. I mean, your morning is different than my morning. We cannot walk in my morning.
I would die. I would keel over.
My morning is like 6 a.m.
Oh, maybe I should because I'm gonna have to get up super early for it.
Okay, what's your next one?
Oh, okay. Are you done with yours?
Oh yeah, it was just a marathon.
Okay. No, I'm so bad because I could talk about the same subject for hours. Like the Camino right now. I think is that part of
ADHD?
Yeah, something like that because I could sit and talk about one subject without someone adding
or
to
is it
for
autism?
Hours.
My brother has autism and
I've been researching autism and I really want to get seriously evaluated. I'm thinking about it because
well, I know this because of my brother, but the criteria to get a diagnosis is like less, like you don't need to check all the boxes in comparison to like 20 years ago when my brother first got checked, where like he didn't check off all the boxes so they wouldn't diagnose him.
That makes sense. I'm not
but like
say
20
why,
years later, not
sense.
But like 15 years later or 10 years later, whenever he got diagnosed, he checked enough boxes now.
I had an experience, like, I keep going back to this one thing saying, like, I know someone who didn't get diagnosed, and I'm like, that's crazy, because there should be.
Yes,
but, like,
yes.
So I've been thinking
maybe
not
maybe not. Maybe we could speak
Am
on
I
it.
autistic, question mark?
Let us know if
Truly,
you want
I
to
was
know.
spiraling, because I'm like, there's something wrong with me, and, like, I know I feel different. I started, like, looking everything up, and...
Alright, you're next.
See bioluminescent plankton. You ever heard of it?
Plankton is in the ocean.
Have you ever seen?
We know it's not mine. Because I'm scared of the ocean.
When they go through the water and it literally lights up blue.
That sounds so pretty.
Let me show you. Oh my god, let me show you.
Do I have to be like in the water to see that?
Yeah. I guess you can be on a beach, maybe.
Or can
I don't know how to spell that.
boat.
Bioluminescent plankton. You could be on a boat.
Oh.
I know, we'll save it to show me. And then I'll show you one in the water. Like, oh my god, there's sometimes like dolphins swimming through. If I could freaking find it. Like,
That's so cool.
that's on my bucket list. My brother's seen it. He said he was like, I forget where, but he said these people were like, come with us. And he just went with them and they brought him to the ocean and it was all bioluminescent. I know.
I almost got killed like that.
I know.
I'll tell it another time. That's really cool. You have a lot of traveling stuff on yours, which is nice. I want to do that stuff, but I just don't know what yet.
Yeah. See, I've had years to think about it.
I want to do that stuff. I just don't know exactly what I want to do with it. I just know I want to.
Start thinking about it. Start looking things up, watching videos, and you'll start to like it. I mean, it took me. I still don't even fully know everything I want to do. I've just now been feeling like this is the first trip I've been like super excited about. Of course, I've been excited, but it's the first time I'm like, oh, I'm meant to do this.
Yeah. So my next one, I don't think you are gonna be a huge fan of it because you already know what I'm gonna say because we got cut off. So she had our reaction, but we didn't get it. My next one you're not really gonna like because it's not really the vibe. We've been doing like travel, live your life, get all the experiences in. One thing I want on my bucket list for my 20s is I want to get married and start a family. Tosh did not.
That makes me want to throw up.
She was like, her raw reaction was like, what the fuck?
No, it was not. I did not. I said, whatever makes you happy. That's
true.
That's how you want to live your life.
But she does not agree. Which is
no, it's not that you don't agree. I just
you don't want that. Yeah, that's what I mean by don't agree. You don't want that.
Because I don't know if I even want kids, if I'm being honest.
That's true, you haven't. But
I've always loved the idea of like a partner, like that my soulmate or whatever, like my husband. I've loved that idea. Like just
I really
dogs
like
and
the idea
cats,
of
though.
being. I like the idea of being a young mom. I want to homeschool my kids for like elementary school, and like be one of those like stay-at-home moms that like makes everything from scratch, and all the like friends hang out at like my house and like with my little like glass of wine. And
So how are you gonna travel?
I went to that before.
You're 23.
Yeah, I've got like 5 years.
But here's my one thing of advice: don't rush and just
Oh no,
find someone and be like,
God,
okay, let's just
I have no proctors. I have
Suitors?
no one on my roster right now. For suitors, yeah. I have some people on my roster, but they're not husband material. But I have no like. Yeah, I don't have any.
Just don't be like, oh, I'm 29, right? And
Yeah, no, it's not something about a force. It's just something like I would like to happen. I would like to be a young mom. Obviously, that's like not common nowadays. People have kids later after they experience life, which I do like. But there's just something about being like a mom in my 20s that I like.
Every time you say that, my heart starts beating really fast, and I want to look.
Not early 20s, not like.
Well, yeah, you're 23. Early 20s
Yeah,
would be now.
Yeah. Well, it almost happened in my early 20s. JK. Well, not just kidding. I didn't. It didn't happen, but it almost did. So that's kind of a goal of mine. Is not something I'm gonna force, but something I would be happy with. With the right person.
Why do you think you? Why do you want to like have kids before you experience life?
It's not that I want to have kids before I experience life. I want to be. I feel like 28 is like an age I want to have kids. Because I feel like that would be like my prime. I mean, obviously it's just my opinion. Like you can have kids later. Like that could be your prime. I just feel like I'd be young enough to like be part of their life. Not like that older parents aren't. But, like I'd be young enough to like run around with them, like have fun.
Life.
But it's still like fun mom. You know, not like
I guess if
my
like,
hips going out, mom.
I guess if like you really are like passionate about having children, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think it would make me happy, you know, like having like little. My mom was 26 when she had my brother, and my brother's 27 now, so she was his age when.
Wow.
She was 29 when she had me.
That is just a wonder to me.
My grandmother was 16 when she had her kids. Yeah.
That is like no one should go through that.
My aunt was 15 when she had hers. I feel like I've been everyone I've really like in my family. A lot of them. I'm kind of like they look at me like you don't have kids yet. A lot of my cousins. And I'm like,
wow,
no.
that's wild.
A lot of them had their kids when they were like. A lot of my cousins that are older than me had their kids at like 18. Some of them a little younger. Some of them like 17. Yeah. Very few of them had them like my
purposely?
age.
Like they did on purpose or with an accident?
Purposely, for the most part. Some of them are like harder stories. Like some of them are adopted because like their parents. Yeah. But yeah. So I've always been around young parents, and I feel like I want to be stable but young. So,
Which is tough.
yeah. Okay, yours.
All right, next. See a great white shark in person.
You in the ocean? I'm like, did you know I was scared of the ocean, and you're just
No, I do remember you saying that. Yeah, because I remember saying
you're
I was
like,
scared
let's
too.
with her tonight. I'm
Look
like,
at my
you're
face.
on your own.
I
Oh my
love
God.
sharks. I've always loved sharks since I was little. Like, absolutely loved them. My dad and I would like tell shark stories. I had a little shark mask. We'd play shark. I watched shark
Baby
videos.
shark, do.
No. I don't like that song.
Ooh. Damn.
I don't like that
over
song.
Here.
Don't sing it.
They sing that, and my kids sang that today in class.
I hate that song so much. It makes me want to punch a hole through a wall. That's because I don't really. I like kids, but like for
You
like
don't
an
fuck
hour.
with kids.
I like them. I actually
like
really do
kids.
fuck with them, and like we have a good time, and they always love me because I'm like crazy, and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home.
Kids. I like kids.
See a great white shark in person, and I want to be like in the car, in the cage, and like see a great white shark.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I would like great white sharks are not in captivity because they have to swim enough to be able to produce enough oxygen for themselves, and anytime they've ever tried to put them in captivity, they die.
Great white shark. They don't hurt people, right? Is that kind of shark, or do they hurt people?
Any shark can hurt people, but they typically do not.
There's sharks that they're harmless. They will not like that.
There's shark.
There was a video I should have sent you. I'll see if I can find it later. It was kind of crazy. If I can find it, I'll maybe like repost it on our TikTok or whatever. It's a girl surfing, and it's something about like anxiety. You know that anxiety song we used in our. So it's that song, and it's like somebody's watching me, and she's surfing, and like the drone above her, sharks all around her. She didn't know, but they're not. They didn't hurt her. She was just surfing, or paddleboarding, whatever it was. I don't really remember. They were harmless. They didn't attack her, but. And then there was another girl I saw. She lives in her. I call her name's Kirby or something. She's an actress. Love her TikToks. She does paddleboarding in Florida. And like she's got like some like
that's something I'm always scared to do, like surf, because I know sharks, they will mistake you for like a turtle or something and eat you.
Yeah. But she was
they don't like us, but
she was paddleboarding in Florida, and like her backyard is like water. And there was someone at the dock saying, "Oh my God, there's manatees under you." And she like thought it was so cool. I mean, it is cool, but I was like,
manatees don't.
I know, but I'd be scared it was gonna knock me over.
They don't. They're so gentle.
Really? I'm just terrified of the ocean.
I wouldn't do anything in water in Florida.
I'm terrified of
alligators.
Our friend is moving to Florida.
Alligators. Anywhere I go in Florida, because I love anything with teeth in the water, I'm literally like, do you think there's an alligator in there? Do you think there's an alligator over there?
That's why I don't like the water. You don't know what's in it.
That is horrifying, and I am even though I was fascinated with sharks, I'm also horrified of them. But that's because I've always loved like shark movies. But that's not even accurate. But yes, that is a good. I have that fear. I tried to face it over the summer and I didn't.
Yeah, the ocean is not on my list. I can't do it. What's something else? I have like habits that I want to achieve in my 20s. Like lifestyle goals. Like I'd like to like focus on that in my 20s and have like a good stop picking your eyelashes. I'm like her mom. See, that's why I should have kids. I want to focus on like some lifestyle goals and like really like self-care and stuff, and be present.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, like. And like really take care of myself so that way when I am older, I'm not regretting. Yeah, that I'm not like regretting how I lived in my.
I love that. I love that.
Like exercise more, eat better, all that jazz shit, whatever you want to say. So that way when I'm older, I feel like that's something really important to focus on in your 20s.
That's what I've been doing recently. Because like you have like your teen years to like do whatever you want, and then like your 20s you start becoming more conscious, and you're like, hey, I should probably take care of myself, and then that's enough time where like you can undo what you did in your teens to yourself, like how you ate or didn't exercise or whatever, and then like as you get older you've now developed through your 20s, you've primed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been doing that.
I've always seen those things where it's like it's like aesthetic based, where it's like you spent your 20s like this or like this, where like one of them's like this like self-care. I mean, they're both self-care, they're just different kinds. One's like not like
nothing's self-care without balance either. So
one's like chilled out self-care, and then the one's like partying. And I was like, not that I don't want to party.
Here's the thing, it's not self-care if it's just constant health, and you never have fun. That's not. You need to also have fun. That's part of self-care.
For sure.
So
it's
just balance. The answer is always balance.
And that's something I want to work on, the balance of like, because I feel like I'm very all or nothing.
Me too.
I'm either like in a very chaotic lifestyle, or I'm in a very let's be mindful, and I'm like,
but it's a cycle. You realize you have to break that and balance.
But that's
what you do is it's constantly, you feel bad, so you fix it, but then it's too extreme for you to maintain, so then you stop, and then you feel bad again, so you fix it, and it's just this vicious cycle, and you just need to implement things slowly until it's your life, and then all of a sudden one day you're like, oh, I did it. Yeah, but that's something I want to work on in my 20s. That's like a goal of mine in my 20s too, because I feel like that sets you up for a decent life. Like, you knowing how to handle things, knowing how to cope with things. Are you kidding? Yeah, it's like that. You need it. It's a necessity. Yeah.
And then that way I don't regret my 20s, for the most part. I'll regret something, obviously.
You should. You should. You need
We
to
make
make
few people.
mistakes. Me too.
Tosh.
It starts sweating. Okay. Oh my God, they're all freaking.
Ocean?
Yeah, I didn't
Oh my
realize until you
God.
mentioned it. Okay, here's one. It's travel though. Live in another country for at least a year.
Someone asked me if I wanted to do that, and I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I don't know.
Okay, explain. You can't with your kids.
Exactly.
So you
No,
gotta
I
do-
could.
Oh yeah, you could. You could. It'd be a lot harder though.
Actually, that's something that's. I'll get into that. I'll let you do yours.
No.
One of the things that's on that I've kind of wanted to do is live in an RV and stuff,
Ooh, I wanted to do that too.
and like
With kids
You
though.
I could. I've done RVing with kids.
But like live in it.
I did like a month.
You have to be really careful too because like you have to make sure they have what they need to like survive
Yeah.
as kids. They might hate you for that. They might be like,
I don't think I would do it a long time. I don't think I want to do long periods at a time. I think I'd want to do like a big month road trip.
That's cute. Of course, that would be
They
perfect.
come home for like whatever.
I love that.
And then I want to homeschool my kids so it would be more accessible. Now I don't want to homeschool them forever.
Explain why you want to
I
homeschool your
have
kids.
worked in childcare for a little while, and certain,
'Cause it's
not
better.
all, obviously, but a lot of childcare is not good. Like they're just kind of mean, they're not really looking at the people. There's a lot of like, I don't know, bad stuff that gets shoved under the rug that I've seen because I work in it that parents don't see because it's hidden from them. So I've seen like things where like they're mean to children, they do inappropriate things to children.
That sounds great.
It is what it was crazy. And like I'd have to report big stuff, and like they'd be like try to shove it under the rug, and like I would get in trouble for like reporting it. And there's just like not there's regulations obviously, but I don't know.
Just makes you uncomfortable.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't really want to do it
You want your
until my kid can like
can speak up for
know
themselves.
what's right and wrong,
Right.
and like come and tell me like, oh, so and so did this to me or whatever. I don't really want like my 3-year-old who doesn't know what's right and wrong to be
in the hands
put-
of other adults.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. I never really thought of it because I've never seen it. I just like
It's only been a thought since I started working in childcare.
right.
I've never thought of it before. It's only since I've been
Yeah,
working
that's
it.
wild.
But yeah, you want to live in another
Yes,
country.
for at least
I
a
wanna
year,
come
maybe
see you
longer.
there.
Yeah, and we'll party.
Yeah.
And get coffee.
Do you want to say where?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I don't know if this will happen, and I hope maybe, but I don't know throughout my like travels in the next few years if I'll find somewhere else I want to try. I know Australia does a 1-year work visa, so does New Zealand, so you can literally work there for a year and live there. But I was thinking Thailand just because for a lot of reasons, like people are really nice and you know, obviously there's downsides. There's some things that they do that are not that nice, but like because we're just cultural differences. But it's a lot cheaper. I mean, you could get like a pretty apartment for like
Yeah.
$200 a month, $300, not really, like $300 a month, and then
And you
like
have
the
a job
higher.
that you can do anyway.
Right. I'd have to save money, obviously, just in case. Yeah, I could just go to the beach and relax and make content and do what I
Can
want.
I sleep on your couch?
Yeah, of course.
I could
I'll
see
have
you.
a futon for you.
All my friends are leaving me. They're all moving away, and I'm stuck here. Depressing.
with your kids and your hubby.
I don't have either. What's plan B? Become a stripper? No, I don't have the body.
Work the corner.
I don't have the body for
What do you mean? You don't have to have the body. You can
that.
do
They'll take anything that.
No, like, have you? I was gonna say, have you been to a strip club? But no,
I haven't. We should go to one.
I low key.
On the bucket list.
We're gonna go to a
Honestly-
strip club.
Segue. I think something we should put on our bucket list, and maybe we should make like a little bucket list for the. I don't know, for like the summer or whatever. Experiences. Like I just want to experience.
Can we go to a strip club?
Yeah, I would.
I've always
Like,
wanted to
it's just
go.
like an experience, you know. Like,
Wait, they're gonna be like, what the
Just to
hell are you
say
guys
we did
doing
it.
here?
oh my gosh, can I send what I sent you last night?
Yeah.
So Tosh
Wait,
snapped me. And it was
Oh
so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, if you sent me this 2 minutes earlier, I would have accidentally sent you something you shouldn't have seen, as in some not I was gonna say not suitable for work photos. And she goes, damn it, why couldn't I have sent this 2 minutes earlier? I missed out. And I was like, I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Did you?
I was not expecting that. I thought you were gonna be
Really?
like, ew.
I'm like super inappropriate, so. They always say if I'm a guy, I'd be the creepiest guy ever.
I believe that. I'm just kidding. Do you have any more? Do I have any more?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh no, I said experiences.
Oh.
I kind of piggybacked off
that's,
yours.
yeah, that's like what a
Let
bucket
me
list
think.
is.
Yeah, no, like just experiences in general. Get the most out of life. When I'm on my deathbed, I want to be like, yeah, I did that. I was fucking crazy. Like I lived all the life.
There's something about being that kind of person that like is scary because people look at you and they judge you and they think you're different. There's something scary about that, but there's something also like exhilarating about it to be like that person that does everything that's cool. And
I have a bucket list thing that I want to do, but I don't want to like jinx it. But I'll say it. You know, I haven't started yet. I want a bakery cafe.
oh
Yes. I want to do it so bad. I love to bake. I've always loved to bake. I'm a coffee fanatic. And I've always wanted to do it. I just don't really know how to do it, and I'd rather have a little more experience in other things, so that way I can do it as like a little side thing.
right.
Um,
Well, I feel like if you do it, it'll probably consume your life because like a business like that.
no, my aunt does it, and it does.
Really?
She does it out of her home.
Oh,
She's a baked. She's does cakes.
cute.
They're really cute.
Oh, like
yeah.
a small business. But you wanted a little cafe, right?
Yeah, well, it has to
That
grow
would-
to that.
That would be
At that point, yeah. If I ever bought a building or like rented a building, it would be my like job.
I always
But
wanted,
I'd have to start out of my house.
yeah. I always wanted a little cafe bookstore and like there's cats.
I said
cat
you
cafe
told me that
bookstore.
when I first told Tasha I wanted to have my bakery. She's like, oh, we can have cats in it. I was like, yeah, no, like we're not having cats around the
Fine.
food.
I'm doing my own and it's gonna be a cat cafe with a bookstore and croissants.
I want to put my event planning with it and do like theme nights and stuff. Like have like karaoke night or like
Karaoke with cats.
Oh my god. If anything, I'd have dogs. You think we'd have cats?
Dogs? In a cafe.
Yeah. Sweetie,
Dogs.
cats in a cafe?
It's literally a thing.
They
Cat
piss
cafes.
inside.
Have you never heard of a cat cafe?
No.
That's like a thing.
We should do puppy yoga. Or goat
I can't
yoga.
believe I'm like getting pissed off. You would think dogs would be better in a cafe. Dogs are
Yeah.
like they're cute. I love dogs, but like dogs are like slobbery and stinky, and like cats are super clean, and
Cats lick themselves.
that's how they're constantly clean themselves. Dogs sit there and you know what I'm talking about? Smell and dogs.
She said my dog smells.
He smells like a fish.
He does smell like a fish.
He came in and I was like, I almost put my dinner down.
Nah, you picked that fork up and you were like,
Oh, true.
yum, yum, yum. Oh, I actually made us dinner tonight.
Oh yes.
I made us ravioli.
Well, she agreed since we were doing this podcast. I said, I get out of work at 6. I said I'd get here at 6:30. I'd be starving. Can you make me din? She's like, yeah, but ever since she just bought it every time. Like, we got takeout. But I'm trying to be healthy, so.
Our dinner was not healthy tonight. It was
Cheese
ravioli.
ravioli.
Yeah. And you had a mountain of Parmesan on it. Her and my brother were going,
Shaming?
no, her and my brother were going, do you want some pasta with your Parmesan? Because they both had like mountains of cheese on their ravioli. They're like,
He's
this is
lactose
the only way.
intolerant.
Yeah, my brother's lactose intolerant. And they were like, this is the only way to eat pasta. We got so sidetracked. Do you have any more?
But they're still like the same.
Ocean? Do you want to give it a general? I think we have some, our generals are like travel.
Visit the Australia Zoo because I love Steve Irwin.
Ooh. Like
Robert Irwin. Steve is,
oh, okay,
that's his
yeah.
son. You ever seen Robert Irwin?
Steve's the father. Robert
Yes.
is.
Robert is his son and he's
Yes.
adorable. I love
What's his
him.
daughter? Mindy?
Yeah.
She doesn't get know his daughters. They're a cute family.
They're adorable. They're like the most amazing people ever and I love them. And,
I want to marry him.
yeah, me too.
I'll go with you and then I'll have my husband and
No,
my kids.
he's, I don't know.
You have a boyfriend.
Yeah, but we can be a throuple.
Oh my god. I would say our bucket lists are very much travel and experience life. Which I feel like it's a gist of our podcast. Since we talk about like our life in our 20s, our experiences of life in our 20s, our experiences in general.
I know you want to get experiences so we can chat about it.
I know every time I'm like, Tasha, I'm gonna go do something that I shouldn't, but at least we'll have something to talk about on the pod.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you yes.
She's like, just be safe, use protection, and don't get murdered. And I'm like, got it. I'm like, I can't promise all of those. Why? Well, I can't promise.
You're gonna get it. I kind of get it though. Cause
I hope I do.
Me too. I'm done.
But I think
learn to free dive.
Free dive? What's that?
It's when you dive without any equipment or any like you just free dive in the ocean.
Like, in the Olympics, like you want to learn how to dive?
No.
Like,
I could not be in the Olympics.
You mean like?
I can't even ride a bike.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take a surfing lesson. Go to a natural hot spring. Like,
oh, I want to do that.
Hot spring?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for chatting with us tonight. We had so much fun. A little low energy, but
it was a hard week.
Yeah, we had a tough week. So if you had a tough week too, we all had a tough week together. We love you. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see, we've been thinking of some fun little ideas. But I want to do like crazy shit. Like, just stupid, makes no sense. Like, I know, we were talking about it earlier. We'll leave those to be a surprise though. But if you have any suggestions of what you want to hear from us, we'll literally talk about anything. Let us know, because we want to show you guys some things that you want to see too, and not just our crazy ideas. But you're so selfless. I think it's selfish. I'm like, back to you're back to selfish. All right. Okay. We'll see you next week.